Hello everyone, how are we all doing? What a shocking last half hour this has been. Had no idea at all that this was coming. This is not something that they'd shared. Obviously hadn't shared with me as a bronze partner. As you'll see from all the videos that have come out from some of the other content creators, obviously some did get shared it. So obviously not high enough on the pecking order there for that. But yeah, if you haven't already, we'll go through and watch it soon. But Giants have just half an hour ago released a gameplay trailer leading into Gamescom. Obviously, Gamescom starts out today in Cologne in Germany. So see, they were sharing this, and we are going to go and take a look at it. I've watched it a few times. I've just finished watching FSG's video summarizing everything in it, so I've got a pretty good take on what they're talking about. So we're going to go through and have a bit of a watch of that, but I'll let people get in here first before we jump into that, because I don't want to get halfway through it and then start discussing things. But what an epic. If you haven't watched it, that is very cool. So go and check it out. But hello everyone, welcome along. Yes, we are a little bit earlier than normal, so if you are tuning in at a different time, then, or if you're, what am I saying? If you're here, you're here, which is awesome. If you're watching this a little bit later, sorry I started early. There we go, we'll do that. Hey, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, welcome in. DK, how you doing, buddy? Happy to see what's coming for 25. Looks good. It does look good, doesn't it? We will go and look at it soon. Still just a reskin though. Still just a reskin. Get rid of that space in front of the exclamation mark, between exclamation mark and Discord, DK. That will solve that. Get Discord pop-ups, go away. Be annoying because I can see that on my screen because I'm sharing my screen so we can watch this video. But yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool. What's going on? Rabbit Man, how you doing? Good to see you. Bucket McPretty. We're going to see tsunamis on the Asian map, you reckon? I think that might be a little bit not too PC, would probably be the best way to put it. Earthquakes would be cool though, wouldn't they? It's beginning to become like The Simpsons. One of the things I was thinking about as I was watching it is Giants have listened to what the community have asked for. So you go through anyone's list that they've talked about things, and we've talked about it previously numerous times. It's what people have asked for, right? It's baby animals, spoiler, tornadoes, weather effects. That's things people are asking for. So it's pretty cool to see some of that coming through. Very cool. Don't believe I didn't know about it. I had no idea Kiwi Rob. I knew Gamescom started earlier today, but I didn't know that they were releasing a gameplay trailer. Nothing at all. But like I said, if I knew it was coming and I knew there was something there, I was expecting there to be something, but I had no idea what was going to be part of it. But yeah, you go through, guys I know are gold partners, DJ, Farmer Cop, FSG, they've all got videos, Clutch and Virtual Farmer, who else do I see? Daggerwin, all obviously had early access to it to be able to do that, because you can't do it straight away. And that's why we're doing a live stream, because it's my live stream night. I didn't want to cancel that and do a video, so here we are. We'll probably edit this down, but very exciting. Had to do a double take to see you live now. Yeah, yep, just a little bit earlier than normal. Perfect, so just a little bit earlier. But let's dive into it. Let's go and take a walk. So this is
rated E for everyone.
The gameplay trailer that Giants have released today on Farm for Gamescom. It is 2 minutes and 20 seconds long, so keep an eye on this. I'm going to shut up now. there we go. How cool is that? So we're going to go back to the start, watch a few little bits and pieces. But yeah, that's like those baby animals and weather and tornadoes just blew my mind when I saw that. And then some of the brands, and I'm going to touch on a couple of those because as I was watching it before, a couple of them we've seen in Farming Simulator before as third-party mods, but not in FS22, which is interesting. So I don't know if there's some correlation there, whether they might have been submitted and not accepted because they knew they were working on them for 25, or what the story was there, but I'll get into that in just a little bit. IRL Harvest in UK is becoming a struggle. The weather's not playing ball. I've heard that from plenty of people farming. It just sucks. Even the week I had there was not the best. And then I was meeting with a client yesterday who's just spent 3 weeks in the UK, 4 weeks in the UK, even longer. They were saying the same thing. Hey, Bender, how you doing? Definitely not a reskin, just your opinion. The game's going to be the best. It's certainly a step up from things. Pretty cool. I imagine you'll be able to turn the weather off just like we can now, Kiwi Rob. Don't have to have snow. But yeah, the first things we saw were these, see the spinach harvest, but with the 2-day baby animals. So we saw you see the calves in there. And I love the animations. How excited do they look? We've reared calves before, and just watching that one there prancing around. This is a new brand. So obviously big shout out to FSG as well, because I did watch his video beforehand, so I've got a fair idea on just from things he's picked up as well. So I can't say I've done all the research. I've only had half an hour or so. So yeah, new brand there, baby animals. Those trailers, so let's try and go back just a touch. It's going to be a bit hard, but there you go. Prestige, and I think the back one might say Load King. When I first saw it, was watching it, I saw the Prestige and I wondered if that was a new brand, but then later on you do see it say Load King on the back. And interesting, this, I thought at first glance it was the X9, but when I went back, it's actually the new S7. It's the new 7 Series combines. Kind of cool too. It's like it's the long grain rice as well. Looking at the textures, it's not one we've seen before. So there you go. Pretty cool. Now, that watching FSG's video, you see about the lightning later on. No, that's just a flash effect, but you see very briefly the first level tornado. Pretty cool. Couple of scenes we've already seen. This is the Sunset Sunflower Farms. Now driving through the bottom, we see this a little bit later on, but it's a New Holland. You see that it comes through in a little bit better detail. But just looking across the fields, just looks cool. Heaps of the shots I noticed. Look at the lighting, just sort of play off the lighting. And there's something I'm going to show, actually. Take a look at this. So they released some images, some things about the Straight 4, the racing game, that Project Motor Racing. Trac 4 doing, and they're doing on Giant's engine. They shared some screenshots, but how much does this one here look like with the God rays and the light and the atmosphere, and that just looks like it's almost, you know, straight out of Farming Simulator with that. So you can see how some of the things they're doing in here with the lighting translating across. Depth of field's pretty cool too. The blurry horizon with the lighting and the sharper detail in the foreground. Bender, thank you very much, mate. Becoming a member of the team. Great to have you here. Come along. Piglets are so cute. Yeah, and then the calves as well. This one, so that one there, go back. This one, FSG mentioned about the size of them, and as I was watching it, I was like, this one almost looks like a newborn calf that's struggling. When they first try and stand, they really struggle. You just see it sort of really struggling to stand there. That's quite a trait when they're newborn, so interesting. And yeah, like I said, lots of shots of the spinach harvest, lots of shots of the lighting and like that. You hope you can't spray and roll in the rain, you can't just put all your fertilizer on one application. That'd be nice, eh? What have you missed, Darren? Well, we're just going through and watching the gameplay trailer that Giants released 40 minutes ago now. So I had no idea it was coming. Obviously, if you look on YouTube, there's a lot of guys like FSG and DJ who obviously were given access to it early. So, okay. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Now, when I first watched this, do you know what caught my eye? Is that yellow up there, and then the grey wheels. And the first thing I thought, is that a Challenger? And I see FSG's video did exactly the same, and you'll see it later on. But pretty cool. Piglets running around. That looks to me like the new quad track 715. And according to what FSG put on, that is a Bednar drill and game running in the background. Where have we gone? Oh, come on, OBS. It's not very good. Are we back? OBS just popped up to say I've disconnected. Hopefully I'm back live. I'm streaming on Starlink tonight, so that's going to work. Just make sure we're all back and working and things. That looks alright. So I'm here. Good. Thank you, Ollie. And I did see you say you were still not feeling the best, mate. So have you? Hey, Chris, how you doing? Chinook, welcome into, mate. I see you pop in. I'm going to just keep this stream going, Ryan. Just carry on and jump into Aussie Farms. Like I said, I've got it open in the background. But yeah, this was a drill that was planted that was released in 19. No bag. So it's something we've seen before, and I'll get to that again. Just a little bit with something else. Yeah, some cool effects on that. Now, this trailer, again, look at this. Look, this is another one of the B brands, Branther. And we got the power tube in here in game, but this is only a dual axle one, whereas what we're seeing in here is a triple axle. So similar style trailer to what we've had, but this will be a bigger version. And then the rain comes. Oops, stop back there. The way the droplets are forming up there on the mirror. The reflection puts me off though. That kind of disappoints me a little bit with the reflection. I would have thought we'd see maybe some of the cab. I don't know. But dubious on that. The mirrors are turned off. That was kind of a little bit of a concern. Just see a little bit of green there, but I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, whether you should see the mirror. But again, I think that's Challenger yellow. And carry on. Look at that. Ooh, let's go back there. Because I was focusing on the rain the first time, but look at the wind in the crop. That. Look at the wind blowing through there. That's pretty cool. I saw combine stops. That's something we've had before too. Background, and so the truck's pretty cool. Just looks so good. It does DK. I agree. I'd love to know what sort of graphic settings they're running on, don't they? But there we go. So Trainstar. So again, watch some guy's video. My source of all information farming simulator when I don't get it. But I could remember seeing one of these previously when I went through. It was an FS19 release again. There was two. There was what was called the MT, which had the platforms and tipper and logging and that. Semi. So again, interesting that we've seen in Rail Christie's still an active mod run 22. It's 19 mods, but Big Farm one, that name doesn't ring a bell. But yeah, interesting. Maybe they're using a potato head to turn off reflections. That thought crossed my mind. I just wasn't going to be cheeky enough to say it. Right. And the JNM. So we saw the JNM grain carts were in one of the first gameplay trailers. In fact, it was in the CGI trailer. And our man, our running man, third person view. Yeah. And then the tornado comes. The tornado's cool. Back to the song in a second. The music's awesome as well though, right? Like, it's so dramatic. I feel like the truck's trying to outrun the tornado. Yeah, so the crop destruction in here. And you see it. You don't notice it in this image, I think. See it in the background. But the trees. Now, what I can't see, not seeing any branches or anything on there. So do they just disappear? Get damaged and blow away. It's like completely annihilated. I think. That field. There it is. Can't see any trees, no big tree branches. So it's not like you're going to have to go and clean up afterwards. But you do get that damage. So, back to the sign-in again. Shout out to SG because I didn't see this. But they've actually got reference to a state, which is unusual, I think, for Giants. Don't normally try and reference a state. I've got Arkansas on there. Interesting. Field theory. And then these bits down here. So it might be, the theory might be time restricted. 8 p.m. And that, I wonder, that sign looks like it's changeable. So I wonder if it changes depending on time of year. And then theory will not operate during periods of high winds, waves, or heavy fog. Well, just seen high winds. We know we're going to get fog. So what do waves mean? Pretty cool. Yeah, get loads of tornadoes in the UK and Europe. That boat sunk in the Mediterranean because of a wind, a water spout. You're like you're in some city. I know, right? Get that run out again. Yeah, see that debris. Now, I did just. Is that? What are your thoughts? Is this up in here? This looks less dense than some of the other images we've seen of the hillside. So is it actually destroying bushes? Can't be though, because surely if it was doing bushes up in here, it would be doing around the edge of the field too. Maybe I'm just seeing. Do we know if there'll be different strengths of tornadoes? No idea why. But what's interesting, what I was thinking about is how would they use the tornadoes? Is it a random thing? Like, are the trees that could break have to be in a certain spot, or is every tree able to break in a tornado? So could it hit anywhere on the map? I saw a comment on the video again. Sorry, I'm going to reference it a lot. I did watch it. Whether it will tip over equipment or destroy sheds. I'm doubting it will destroy sheds, but whether they're like chance of whether they have predefined paths that the tornado might hit on, so it's always going to be through a corner of a field and into the trees, and whether there's like a dozen different potential instances of it, so you don't know which one it will be. But yeah, I don't know. Tornadoes be on European maps as well. Not sure. Again, I mean, maybe that's a good question actually. So will we see monsoon rains on the Asian map? And what will we get in? We get more blizzards in the Lanka map. It'll be interesting actually. He did in his map. Yeah. So there's no, and I was looking at that too. So fun. Yeah. No, so there's no blog post. All they've released is just this here. And doesn't say, it's just their standard blurb about the game. It doesn't have anything extra in it. So yeah. So this is the New Holland I think we saw earlier. It's a dark blue. Pretty cool color. I do like the look of it. Oh, that's that down there. That blue power, I think. Very cool. The calves in the background. In there with the cows. Hey Aussie Dan, how you doing? See you. So, I think go back. That I'm not sure what brand that is. It's definitely a seeder of some or planter of some description. Is it 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9? Midpoint one. Yeah, so 18 row planter. Some description. Not sure what brand. Not sure what brand that is. Vernland. Those are what are you, Vernland, the other K brand that I don't like saying because YouTube doesn't like it. Rick saying Grimmy. So look, let's see if we can Or horse. Oh yeah, horse is a good shout. Look, you're gonna find everything out on my desktop, so it's all right. It looks like the same, doesn't it? Hard to see because of the shadows, but maybe that one. That's only, say, 1, 2, 12. That's only a 12 row. Maybe they do a big one. Could be that. But yeah, I like the Kavernland or Porsche console brand. Is Kavernland really bought by Kubota and now it's branded as Kubota? Funny. Right. Getting near the end of it, but that's the going back here. So this was we saw this one right at the start, didn't we? The baby cows, baby calves. Calves, they're not baby cows, calves. In the back there, one of the prancing hay bale. So that looks like, is that what sort of hat's that? This looks like is it a straw hat or just like a wide brimmed hat of some description? I mean, no doubt they're going to add new wardrobe options in, aren't they? Now we've seen that. So there you go. That's the Load King on the back of the trailer. Prestige on the front, Load King on the back. The 9R and the J&M cart we saw right at the start and in the previous trailers. And there we go. I think that's 100% a Challenger, isn't it? Oh, there's more info in the press release regarding the trailer. They're on Science Press. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Neil. You're a legend. To read that. The animals get cuter, more varied, and the weather more challenging, showing off the upcoming agricultural summit. Gamescom publisher and developer Giant Software reveals new features for this Farming Simulator 25. Attendees visiting the Games Fair in Cologne can playtest the game from August 21st to the 25th in Hall 6. Giant Software is also present in the business area. 2 new animal types, water buffaloes and goats. Animals get offspring. Cute baby animals roam the pens. Weather events with twisters and hail bear new challenges. Hail, hadn't seen that. First gameplay trailer set the mood. Twisters with the chance of hail. When virtual farmers see darkening clouds in the sky, it could be a sign of some serious weather on the way. Expecting a light twister or hail to touch down in a few areas. So there we go, light twister. They need to take precautions and secure any unroofed bales so your bales can blow away and disappear. While the skies will clear and the new weather events will pass, they always carry the chance of destroying a portion of fields and forests. Players can deactivate the destruction of crops if they like the touch. There you go. So you might still get tornadoes, but they will disappear. But it won't affect the crop, so you'll still get the tornado on the ground, I imagine. Cuteness upgrade for animal husbandry. With water buffaloes and goats, new animal types fill the pens, producing new types of milk that can be processed and used in production chains to acquire and distribute fine cheeses. Increasing the cuteness factor and fluffiness of the fur, animals produce offspring. Wobbling pop-ups now. I'll get rid of those. Where do we get to? Wobbling on their tiny legs at first, animal farmers watch them grow into productive livestock. So wobbly legs, that was that one little clip we looked at. That makes sense. 25 release on PC, Mac, PlayStation 5, Xbox on November 12th. It features 25 crops, including new additions like rice and spinach, 400 plus authentic vehicles and tools, as well as 150 real brands. Available now on selected channels. Use the code Argsy Gaming if you're purchasing it from the Giants software store. Humble plug. Right, let's carry on. So, what was that? That was Great Plains. See that. This was another thing. Back into here. I saw that Great Plains isn't part of 22, but it was part of 19, so it's coming back. Funny, eh? Funny how they went there. I never picked up in 22 that they went there from 19. As long as you can automate everything with course plane auto drive, you'll be happy. Fair enough. Buffalo mozzarella, is that a new production choice? And feta, goats are feta, aren't they? And they talked about at FarmCon, I'm getting all my cons mixed up now, at FarmCon about the smaller productions, so being able to do more compact ones. So boutique sort of cheese, instead of having a big, I'm here to mass produce cheese for every store across Europe or America, was being able to do boutique cheese. Yeah, this looks like a cedar, doesn't it? Stand 1500. If that might be. The Oxbow again. So there we go, that's that power tube trailer. The shot of the S7. Now this one fascinated me because when I first, so I'm going to put this to you guys. What is that? I don't think I can zoom in on it.
For everyone.
Why? What tractor is that? FSG said Vultra. For some reason, when I looked at it, when I first watched it, I thought it was another Challenger, but it doesn't have the grey. Yeah, Vultra. So, yeah, I don't know. Did Challenger do smaller tractors? Definitely not looking at those. They don't do anything small. 7,800 Australian side. So yeah, Vultra I guess makes sense. Case, DK? You reckon case? Be able to zoom. Very I'm gonna have to go away. That makes me a bit old, isn't it? I installed a magnifying glass so I could read something on my screen. Maybe I just hold my glasses out. Don't know. Case, Vultra. Vultra was, yeah, Challenger was my first thought. You had an S7900 on demo a few weeks, a hell of a machine. Nice. It's pretty cool. Hey Incendiary, how you doing? And last but not least, is the goats. Dancing. It's pretty cool. So there we go. That is what I was going to share here for that side of things. Go and check it out. It's live at the moment. We should go watch that guy. He's pretty cool. My viewing habits on YouTube. And yeah, take a look. Yeah, Farmer's live doing the same thing I'm doing. Disturb Simulations has managed to put out a video. DJ Clutch, everyone's go and check them out. Now, looked at that, there's no blog, looked at those things. This was the other thing that came out yesterday in partnership, was the Giants, talking about the Giants engine for Project Motor Racing, which is pretty cool. There's nothing really new in there except for the first in-game shots of some of this. That one there, just with the lighting, looks pretty cool. And the Vista Storm, pretty impressive too. So excited to see what comes through with that. Quite exciting. Really quite exciting. Here we go. Covers everything, I think. So let's have a look. What was everyone's big? What was your I guess mic drop moment in that?
For everyone.
You didn't have it playing in the background. Mic drop moment for me. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the baby animals. I think it's always been the weather's cool, but I think it's that thing that'll get a little bit annoying. But baby animals, in terms of creating that whole life cycle thing with animals, pretty cool. But what do we see? So we saw pigs, cows, and goats. So what is there? We haven't seen horses, sheep, Those are our main animals. Anything else? Sheep. Chickens, sheep, and horses. We haven't seen those. So that'd be pretty cool. Maybe bees, maybe. Sounds like hail might be a factor. I saw that in the press. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Neil. That was awesome. Hey, J-Bot. How you doing, mate? Random events that destroy crops. So that's the next question with the weather is, can we have the opposite where we have a drought and we don't get enough moisture and it destroys crop? Because they've kind of got it in there in a way anyhow. Wouldn't it be cool if we saw crops that like they didn't grow, like there was a section of it just germinated and then died after a period because it got too dry or something? Be pretty cool. Bees, baby bees. Interestingly, as we get to the end, you actually see a bee in the foreground. Frost damage, flooded fields and droughts, pest damage, crop diseases. It's those two, the pest damage and crop diseases, I really like farming. Bit of a drought also, indeed. How are you, J-Bot? You good, mate? See you anyhow. Tuning in. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty impressive. Get to the end. The bee flies up on the right hand side. Look at the birds as well. I know that's just a CGI image. Same. Head doing well, mate. Well, right. Well, I think that's us done. Environment destruction for you, Bender. X9 coming next week, farming 800k. Very cool. Right, let's carry on. So there we go. Half an hour. We've gone through that. Had a look at it. Pretty cool. Real river rises would be nice with Framework Rise. That would be good. That's something we've seen done with modders before, isn't it? So, yeah, certainly would be nice. But now we are going to carry on. We are back here. This is Aussie No Mans. This is our series we've been doing on here. We finished off last time harvesting the sorghum. So, combine here, set up to go. That's loud. So we're just going to jump into that. Now I do want to try and build a bit more of this. Got the tractor here. We'll try and do a little bit of that at some stage too. Not sure exactly because there's not too much of this field left. But I think if we go grab the truck, I'll try and get this unloaded while we're moving. And then we'll duck into the other field because we seeded that last time if you recall. And it didn't quite seed everything. So I'm going to try and do that. Just to go around the corners and things like that. Plan. Hey Rox, how you doing? Just a quick hello. Thank you. Nice to see you. Oh, I don't have pumps and audio. It's muted. It's on. Combine's going to go and open a new land up now, isn't it? I'm not going to be in the right spot. Do that or run back down this way. Okay. Don't do that because you'll get full. I won't be able to unload you. Hey Isaac, how you doing? Hey buddy. Hooked on transport fever too. So I think there's so much excitement about 25 now farming. I've definitely noticed both in view numbers and that on videos, and just a general feel around the traps is that people are kind of done with 22 to some extent. Obviously not you wonderful folk are good in here hanging out with us tonight, but it does feel like it's kind of getting towards the end of its lifetime, which is funny because 19 was 3 years as well. I don't know whether it was because of the whole pandemic and people playing more video games and that. 19 didn't quite feel as taily as 22 did. What that was. I'm doing good, Isaac. Doing good, thank you. You're a bit late, Woody. I was a bit early, mate, so I'll take the responsibility for that. I decided when I saw the trailer and that come out, that well, the gamesplay video that Giants released, I thought I needed to jump in and have a chat about it. Take the chance before we started actually streaming. See the teaser for the new Mafia game. I don't play other games, J-Bot. Right. Let's go and get this sucker done. We're planting soybeans in here. Wanted to go around some of these corners and get these all tidied up. Let's see, do that. Will courseplay be inbuilt from the start? A type of courseplay will be farming, so they are bringing in a more intelligent helper system. It won't be as advanced as courseplay, but basically the AI workers are going to be doing headlands and then proper up and down rows. So what that means in terms of being able to you know, do everything you want it to do that you're used to courseplay doing, I'm not sure. Slide down the middle one. Good. It'll certainly do more than they can do now, but it won't be what courseplay can do. Those racing skills. Just natural. Just natural. That's true though. I don't play enough of those. Want to get back into that. Oh no, we're gonna hit that tree. Baloney. Baloney. We're doing the splits with our cedar. Oh my goodness, it's not getting any better either, is it? This might be a super strength moment, possibly. Or I disconnect that one and reconnect the others. It's just getting worse. Did I just disconnect? Wrong one. At least we might be able to extract ourselves this way. Speaking of those racing skills, eh? I've proper done a number on this one. I feel like Austin Powers, it's just getting worse and worse. Alright. Just remove the tree. I shouldn't I? Super strength's disabled. What are you doing that to me for? Oh, because I have, right. I remember now. I have a lumberjack. It's such a good movie though. Okay. Such a good movie. Right, let's turn that off again. Nothing to see. What? Okay, that was an entirely new experience. Let's try this again. Okay, much better. Out with the saw, could do. Love the growth stages in the animals one step closer to realism. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it actually works. Do they just appear in the, turn up one morning and there's just a whole lot of calves in there? How are they going to deal with that sort of whole reproduction thing? In terms of, what degree of realism are they going to offer? I'm more excited to see what modders can do with it. What is that going to mean for modders? What can they add to it? Is this a normal tractor? No, not at all. Not at all. Inked Xylone. No, I just wanted to use it after FarmCon, after seeing one at FarmCon, Isaac. Right. Welcome along, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. If you've joined because of the thumbnail, we've spent the first half hour of the stream discussing the Gamescom trailer that Giants released earlier today. Went through that, used some of the information I gleaned from watching FSG's video. It's nice. He did a fantastic job summarising it, so if you want a short and abridged version of things, go and check out his video. If you want to sort of hear my initial comments on it and that, then certainly jump in and have a look at what I had to say. Go back and have a look. What I might do is I might download that and edit it down to just an abbreviated half-hour video, half-hour summary of what we were looking at. Talked about the Fent tool carrier. But if you tuned in to just catch us live and watch us do some farming, well, come to the right place. We're just finishing off the soybeans in this field. We have planted this last stream. Just the horseplay worker didn't quite get into the corners as well as we'd like, so lighting that up. And we have a field being harvested. Once we're done in here and in the other field, probably be skipping time forward again. And going and getting started on hopefully our canola. See the bright yellow flowers over there? Our canola field. It's not going to help either. Go around again. But yeah, it's the plan anyhow. We'll see how we go. Millennial Farmer video was good. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that, mate. It's a beautiful map. From me, it has sentimental value because I did my John Deere, all John Deere mods for FS19 on that map, and yeah, it was kind of cool to get back in there and see how it had changed, how to be reshaped. Pretty cool. Got bright yellow flowers out your window. Only tractor you've seen is John Deere and Case. That's the rest of our tractor fleet covered. Right. Want that there. All good. Might have got a bit close to the shed. I don't think there's collisions on that though. No. One thing I am grateful for. Right. Let's turn that off. Let's go over here. We were up to. Trucking along quite nicely. Right, let's just see then. Hey Bosun, how you doing, mate? You know, I mentioned the rugby hit Argsy, hell of a win for the Argies, but sweet revenge. Yeah, they played terribly. The All Blacks played terribly in that first game. Argentina deserved the victory. To be honest, they should have put them away early in the first half of that, or the second half, sorry. And then the reserves didn't do a very good job. Gotta go, ladies. Yeah, cheers, farming. Good to see you, mate. Take care. Hope the weather plays ball for you, allows you to get your harvest finished. Oh. I don't know. Just pressed. Right. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to sort things out down here. That camera's not going to play ball for me. I'm going to Do it on both. It's not ideal, is it? Doing that. Maybe we won't build any Lego then. Can't have a flickery camera. It's frustrating. No, let's carry on farming. When it comes out, can someone do a video on how to use the dryer? Yep, I'm sure someone can, and I'm sure someone will. That dryer is much easier than the one in 19. It's basically just a production point, so you put in inputs. But yeah, really easy. Yeah, it's frustrating. Still doing it? Yeah. Have a look. I don't even know which camera that is. Here's OBS. Come on. There we go. Is that back working? Hope so. Aren't quite working how they should. That's right. DJ said Voltron, he knew the exact size of the seeders. They must have gotten some info from Giants. Which seeder, Daniel? A lot of it you can figure out because they're based on real machines. If you know where you're looking, you can figure a lot of it out just by being on their website. Vulture's had a very long running partnership with Farm Simso, Giant, so it makes sense that they would feature one somewhere. Right, very excited about the latest video. It's pretty impressive, pretty groundbreaking. Person, yeah, that's why I ended up streaming early. I watched it once and I thought, goodness, I've got to get in and share this with you guys. Just chat about it because it was pretty cool. Impressive. Tornadoes. Oh yeah, LA. Oh yeah. Plus try again. Let's reset properly. No, completely frozen now. On internet's just not playing ball for me either. Uncle Elon. Doing to me. No. Nothing gone. Right. Frustrating. Come on, YouTube. Come on, internet. Sometimes you're very envious of people who live in developed areas with good internet. And then there's other times when you just appreciate the peace and tranquility you have living out in the country. 90% of the time, it's really good, Robert. I'm only just now, and I need to make a few changes to how my network infrastructure is set up to be able to use it for streaming better, so I can have it hardwired all the way to the router. I am using wireless at the moment. Speeds are normally really good. Just drops frames, and just when it does drop out, it'll drop out for a good, like, I don't know whether it's when it changes which satellite it's working from or where it is, but it'll just drop out completely, and yeah, just a little bit frustrating, but here we go. That's what it is. interesting to see some of those brands that we didn't have in 22 kind of coming back into 25, and kind of love to be a fly on the wall and have a little bit of the background of that. I'm talking about Great Plains as one of the big examples that we had in 19. Didn't have as a manufacturer in 22, but we're going to see it back in 25. So, yeah, well, wonder why. Better than the MBN in Australia Masters. So, yeah, they all have their pros and cons, don't they? At the country and Starlink, yeah, I agreed. Hey, Mrs. Professor, what do you think about all the Starship happenings? Could be, and you know, things could work out. According to Uncle Elon, we're only a couple of weeks away from the next launch. Get Danish internet. I know, DK. Don't tease me. That you or Hanson who said the other day they had 8,000 megabit download speeds? I just about cried. It's pretty cool, pretty exciting. So tinfoil hats, put them on, buckle in, and have a conversation. What else is there that Giants have got to share with us? So about a month ago, I wrote a list of, I'll go through it. This is my what don't we know. What don't we know about Farming Simulator 25 yet? And we can actually cross a few of these things out now because they've sort of been answered in the last couple of weeks. But first up was, what does the new Asian map look like? So we haven't seen that yet. I thought Gamescom could have been the time they would show off that map. Here's not. Here's we're keeping our water dry on that. Water dry? Keep the water dry, water's wet. Keeping tight-lipped on that, so we'll just have to just wait and see what comes out of that one. First one. Seasons. What's going to happen on seasons? Is it going to stay how it is? Is there going to be any changes, amendments, those kind of things? So we don't know anything about that yet. Here's one. Weather affecting yields, etc., or weather effects, lightning, drought, storms. Well, we've kind of had that answered, haven't we? We're getting lightning, storms, tornadoes, and hail. I guess that's an answer to that one. Anything about animals other than new water buffalo? Any new productions, other new animals, or baby animals? Well, you can cross, I think, all three of those off. That one's answered. So here's one. What equipment will AI workers be able to use? Can they? So this is one thing I wanted to know: is if you windrowed a field with an AI worker, could they then go and bale it? You know, we can use Courseplay for balers, but are we going to be able to use balers in the new game? We can't use hired help for balers at the moment, so well, that was an interesting one. More realistic hard mode. Yeah, that's what I'd love to see that too. Alright, diesel's okay. We're filling up today. It's here, so we're ready to go when time comes. Off. You can go and sort out these. This trailer. Love to see Polaris or Kawasaki. Brands were good. You think they're really going to try and catch the booster, which is crazy. Oh, well, they've already put the mission patch has already been released and it's got Mechzilla on it, so yeah, 100% they're going for a catch. Awesome. It's bonkers, alright? With flight. You think about how long ago it is now that they first landed SN10. SN11 when it was. I mean, it's amazing. The other question, how much will it work? How much will AI work cost? How does it work with the current go-to commands? You know how you can send a tractor to a field, say go to. Can you send it to a field and say go to here and then start working? or do you actually have to be in the field for it to work? Again, don't know the answer to that. Can you run a hybrid? So what happens if, like you do now, if you cut a headland, let's say you do 3 passes off each end of the field, you do that and then get the this has got chickpeas. Ooh, okay. Peas and rye, we're gonna have to move. So what was I looking at? I keep on forgetting that. Six. Corn or sorghum. Okay. So our price like rye, January. Here in January, so we're well under on prices. So we're gonna have to wait for those. Okay. So moving to the next bin. Do you have a price for 25 on Steam? I think it's there, isn't it, Robert? It is there. One thing I was actually going to do, I need to remember, was I was going to see what would happen if I added the game into Steam. Would it keep track of my hours? Just seen the new video, it looks awesome. It does share. If you want to go back and watch the start of the stream after we've finished, we spent half an hour or so just discussing bits and pieces in it. Gleaned a lot of information from watching FSG's video first up, so say a thank you to him. And no need to apologise, I started early too. The chance after seeing that info come out to jump in and start a little bit earlier with it. Another thing that would be cool if they did animal auctions where you would get different prices for different animals, not just going to get 2k. Yeah, that would be cool. At different times that they cost different values as well. What else do I have in there? Yeah, can we run hybrid headlands first and then employ a worker to work inside of the field? So yeah, like if you got halfway through a field, would you be able to carry on? So there's a few things there around how the work that I don't know. Precision farming, will it be part of the base game or a later mod? Haven't had any word on precision farming whatsoever. And it's pretty much a mod I use 90% of the time now. So, be good to see. We at least get some info out of it. We are going to have to sell some crop because we're going to have to sell either chickpeas or rye because I don't need either of those for the pig food and we're running out of space. I need to keep the canola. I'm trying to play with the bins. We only have storage in one of them. How's this? Stay back a bit further. Hey Brock, how you doing? Good to see you. Morning Strody. Glad you got your Xbox X. I bet you will be. Bet you are indeed. It's precision farming. What about the 22 DLC? So I'd expect things like the Vermeer packs and the Kubota stuff and anything else that was released for 22 like Giants to be part of base game, but what about the production pack, pumps and hoses? Are they going to be part of 22, 25 by default or not? Any changes to menus, how information is provided, things like time saving, stock check, is there any improvements to those kind of sale price menus or anything like that? That's another question. Can the barges seen or overbed springs be used like trains? I still don't know if we know that. I think they can. Is third person a thing? Don't know that. NPC characters, what sort of interactions will we get? How much scripted interaction could we see? Are there cutscenes and missions or just a simple, hey, how's the farm going? Could use a bit of rain right now. Improvements to the build menus. Mentioned in the FarmCon presentation, how many fences there will be? Is there going to be better menus, better snapping, better controls, painting of multiple layers for roads, etc.? So, kind of my little bits and pieces I sort of didn't really know yet. Gotta release that Horsepack DLC, yeah. Absolutely. Not very chatty tonight, currently logged into work. Oh, good, Popeye. No dramas, my friend. Right. Give you back. Wait here. Figure out what we're going to be doing. Right. Discount. Right. So, what are we doing? Let's have a look. I think if I was going to sell anything, I'd sell rye because at the moment there's an $8 difference, and chickpeas potential profit there's huge. What we're getting at the moment. So, but let's just get a look at those. So, are we going to get better? Or we get worse? What month are we in? June. So we're tumbling. We're kind of we're at rock bottom, really, aren't we? Okay. About that. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Hello from down south. Nice to see you, mate. Good upgrade as well, Ryan. 25 comes out the day before your birthday. Well, that's a pretty awesome birthday present if you ask me. The removal of the building when trying to place an object. What do you mean by that, Jason? As in you can't see it, you just get like a square where it goes, or? I think there's some real scope for the build menu. So, fingers crossed we might see that. Who knows? Okay, happy days. Let me think about it. Sorghum can go into the pick. Right. What I reckon we're going to do. Buy. Do I need to? Yeah. Right. Curious as to whether this fork will pick up those sugar beets or not. Bottom selection menu, make the screen bigger so you can see what you're doing better. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. So, yeah, okay. So once you've selected a building, take that off the screen. Or at least make it hideable. So, if I was building this, yeah. So that there, once I go, right, I want to put one of those down, get rid of this, this drops out. That makes sense. I hear you, my friend. I can. You know what I'll be able to do here? I'm going to actually give. This is for the pigs. Let's see if we can go and actually give old piggy mate, because we've got our porky little fella is in there eating. Well, he's not because he doesn't have anything to eat. Why could I do it before? Now I can't. Typical. Okay. Embarrassing, wasn't it? What are in these boxes? These are sugar beets, Strody. So using Omatana's mod to grow sugar beets rather than growing them the normal way, traditional way. Okay. We've got one pig in here who's lonely and hungry. A tractor that's almost too big to get through our gate. So I'm pretty sure trigger's above this. Is it? Can I just put these above there? Here we go. That's how excited he was. He's like, yes, I've been fed. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great idea. I can't remember who suggested it, but absolute godsend. And it produces a lot of sugar beets in not much time as well. It's pretty rapid. I think I've got 50,000 litres of sugar beet. So those boxes are just going to keep on popping up. I need to put down another object storage just to keep them out of the way. Do I have the K200? I think I'm using the K100 at the moment. Right. Off to bed, Ollie. Oh, good, mate. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Hope by this time next week you are feeling much better. Nice to see you, my friend. Doesn't matter which, so they're all triggers, but they fill up all the same. Okay. How much does that given our man? Hardly. I could about max that out with those. Right. I mean, I've got 50 pallets to move. This is ridiculous. I just need a trailer. Put it in and then go and tip it in with the trailer. Get 4 at a time. I'll do that. But a finesse, we might be able to get 3. Just about lost it. There we go. Wiggy Wiggy's happy as. Friggin' mud. Hey Hoffman, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you all here tonight. Great to have you all here. You're all doing well. Hope you're all as equally as excited as I am about the trailer we've seen tonight. That was just, it was magnificent. Giants have really smashed it. And do you know why? I genuinely am saying this because to me they've listened to what the community have asked for. Crop destruction through storms, baby animals, those kind of things. New crops. You know, we're seeing more and more this time around. And it's a lot of things that people have said, we'd love this, love this. And that's, you know, I think that's my biggest takeaway. Still just a reskin. Just ordered your new VR headset. Oh, nice. Does that mean you're getting rid of an old one, Chinook? What is it? The Crystal Light. Heard of that? Is that for the new Microsoft Flight Sim 24 later in the year? How many litres are we up to? 12. So this is the problem. Yeah, got him. Got 60,000. Oh, crikey. And we've run, at least we've run out of water, so it's not going to keep making any sugar beets. Make sure the sky, isn't that funny? It starts raining and there's still no clouds in the sky. And then the clouds come, it's like wrong way around theme. Need those clouds for the rain, not the rain for the clouds. Not going to get too carried away with this. They can just, because they'll just spawn, we're not producing anymore. I just wanted to see if we could get them into the pig, give him something to eat, make him happy. I think he takes straw too. That would actually mean we can probably get some more pigs. But I also need to get something for, look, pigs. Doesn't need water, but we can put some water in. Give it some slurry. Nice. Hey Scott, how you doing, mate? See you. Got a new GPU. Oh, nice. What'd you get? One's not compatible. You hate it when you've got to buy new stuff because the old stuff's not compatible with the new stuff. Like a never-ending cycle, right? Gotta buy that so I can get that, and then we'll get that, and then I've got to get that. I think someone missed putting a shadow, receives shadows on those both out. I think whoever created that mod forgot to put the receive shadows on the straw. Feed that back to them and maybe they'll correct it at some stage. Radon 7900 XTX. How come? What made you go Radon? Out of curiosity. Are you running AMD chipset and everything as well? Or are you Intel with AMD graphics? Where do we put this? Let's just try. Yep, disappeared. And we're getting a straw plane too. Okay, perfect. Was full, whatever it crossed. Yeah. Let's just give him some food before he gets to puberty. And we need to buy some more pigs. So my next plan is just going to drop this off. Was to buy front loader. Cool. We figure out that last time. 1,000 liters. Thousand. 1,000 liters just doesn't cut it. Go on telehandler, so I can't use that. Is it mods? Is it different? Well, just for now. So we need to. Let's just hope store deliveries was in a sensible spot again. So, great card, you get 120 FPS on flight sim. Okay, interesting. I've been thinking about upgrading my 3070 to something with a 4 in the front of it, but undecided. It's amazing how affordable, looking at PC for one of the boys, how affordable with 30, I mean, I say it's only a 3050, but you can get a 3050 quite affordably now, like a gaming PC. It's not going to shatter any world records with anything. The same. Right, let's see, under there. Got something in here, I put it in before. This is why I need a bigger bucket, because running back and forth with 1,000 litres of this at a time, not going to be much fun. Hey, sup DJ? How are you, mate? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all good. Hope you are, well, I mean, I know you'll be blown away. I haven't watched your video yet, looking at the Gamescom video, but or you were suitably impressed. Right, that's base food. Okay, that's good. Got the chance, the first half hour or so of the stream, we managed to go through it and watch it all. It was nice. Check out what's coming. Pretty cool. Always a great Wednesday when you start it here. Thanks. Right, that's all those taken care of. So, do you know what I could just about do? Look at that, that's 1,000 litres. I reckon we could harvest our canola, just about dump it straight into there. Let's try that. Right, we're gonna skip forward some more time. I do have to sell some more silage bales. It gets a bit tedious. Just done a whole lot of loader work, so just forward a bit of time. Will I be going to Scotland after farm? Who knows what I might do next year. Way more than you were expecting. Way more, yeah. I thought we might have seen, I thought Gamescom might have been where we saw the Asian map. But they decided, no, you don't need to see a map. Here's tornadoes and baby animals. Right, it's good. I want that wheat's at 407. No, it's still not ready. Crop that never ends. What's the news on 25? Joined way too late and didn't see anything else than the FSG announcement. Didn't have time to watch it yet. Baby animals and tornadoes, or weather affecting your crops and crop damage and things like that. Those are the two big takeaways. So we saw piglets, calves, and goats. So new animals, goats. So those three: tornado and hail, which can damage your crop. So yeah, those are the two. Those are the two weather events that we've seen anyhow. Whether it's just specific on that map or whether we'll see it across all maps, whether it'll affect mod maps, who knows. Storm damage and jump straight to tornadoes. I know, right? Nothing like triggering some people's anxiety. Tokyo game shows when we'll see the agent, but that makes sense. It makes complete sense. That's end of September, isn't it, DJ? And then just a few new brands. Is it Telehandler? Something Strawbogan? I can't remember how to pronounce it. Novag, which we've seen in 19, but has come back, which was a mod, a third-party mod in 19. Never made it to 22, and now we see it as a brand at 25. International TriStar Truck, new Load King trailers, Challenger as a tractor brand. Yeah. Right, seeing that canola's not ready, we're going to jump in seeding. And I am going to not subject myself to using this tractor. This time we are going to go and use the John Deere. Just for sense and sensibility. Yeah. Yep. Go and check out one of your favourites or watch the first half hour of the stream. Either or. That weight, you can stay there. But yeah, pretty cool announcements. Right. So I think I'm going to have to be a little bit smarter now about our crops. Now that I've come to the realization we can actually only have... wait, silly spot, didn't I? Now that I've come to the realization we can really only have 3 in storage in our silos. So I do reckon I'm going to be able to do a little bit more with the spit out my words, Argsy. If I'm doing things for the pigs, I reckon I'll be able to put it all in there without having to empty out. But 3 crops is kind of the maximum we can carry at a time. So I think I might do some more chickens. They so far look like they're going to be a bonzer in terms of price. Let's see. Let's figure it out. Get this last seat. Yes, I still haven't figured out the issue where I have to jump in and out to get something to work. Drive out of the trigger. Not any corn yet, Brock, because I don't have a corn planter, fortunately. Or a header or anything like that to do with it, so let's stick to what we can do and what we can harvest. And how many people would turn it off after a month of playing it? I know, right? Hey, it's the benefit. Right, you can do that. Right, before I go any further though, I'm going to go very quickly to this rock and do some quick landscaping. Oh, there's a collision in here which is infuriating me. So, browse. Create a little bit of space. Away from that rock. There we go, that looks better, doesn't it? Once. After. So I was going to build some Lego tonight, but unfortunately my camera for building Lego is not working. Another will. Okay. I need to restart OBS for it to work. Sort of bummer, because I was looking forward to carrying on building that. We got so far through it last time. Need a multi-fruit silo. I could do that, but I'm kind of wanting to play a little bit realistically and restrict myself to only putting one crop in each silo. Bit of a self-inflicted pain there. Right, let's change the crop while I remember. We're going to go to is there anything else we need? Probably a little bit of lime, but so let's get into it. Right, Gogglepop, hello. I like to consider us as farming tragics rather than nerds, or should it be farming enthusiasts? I don't know. What do you reckon? Good to see, mate. Hope you're all good. How do I get rid of the rock? I can't get rid of the rock. The rock's stuck, but at least by doing what I've just done, I won't have quite so big a trigger around the outside of it. At least that's my plan. MDC modding, how you doing? What do I think about the 25 gameplay video? Pretty impressed. So if you go back after the stream's finished, I spent the first half hour of the stream just chatting about it and sort of reviewing it. We watched it, and went back through and sort of picked it apart a little bit. Used some of the information gleaned from watching FSG's summary of it all. So thank you to him for doing such a stellar job at that, and saving me some time, not having to pick those things up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty impressed. I think the features Giants are the biggest takeaway from me. MDC is that Giants have listened. They've taken on board comments from the community. I think previously people might, you get, oh, what do we want that for? We don't want emergency vehicles. We don't want farm productions. We want more, dare I say it, American mods. We want more XYZ. Why can't we have baby animals? Well, can now. What about more realistic crop damage from storms? Okay. That's pretty cool. Right, let's see if I can get this to work. They're going to be on a good line. Don't know. So the right width? Don't think so. Let's figure this out. So my problem will be snap increments and rather steering snap angle. It's too high. Well, that down there. Working width should be 15.5. That should be 0 on offset. So detecting the width at 0. It's going to be better. Okay, width looks good. Try and set that guidance again. Let's reset the width again. It's because I'm telling it to. Nope. Right. Let's do that again manually. Enter on it too. Yeah, right, that's better. I haven't seen Mr. Sealy P's videos, so if he's like me, which I think he is in terms of partner status, he would have had access to it yet, share. So no doubt though, Mr. Sealy P being Mr. Sealy P and the workhorse he is, with his comments and thoughts out on it in no time. That's a good point, Mrs. Professor. The wobbly legs, absolutely. The animations on the baby animals, the calves frolicking around in the pasture, like doing what calves do. I think that's actually, yeah, that's a very good point. That moment when you inhale some air at the same time as your whiskey. Oh goodness, excuse me. It didn't quite go down the way it was meant to. Oh goodness. Excuse me. Yeah, hoping to bring some Coombridge equipment from NZ to FS25, so fingers crossed, that'd be awesome. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Chinook. No, you're not supposed to stuff the stuff. Oh, streamer dies live. Dies on live stream from drinking whiskey. Why we don't drink, people. Why we don't drink. Better off giving it to you. I know, DK. Oh, goodness. Not good. Right. I think we're okay now. Right, we'll go around once more, and that'll be us pretty good, I think. There's some cool Kiwi brands out there, actually. The original No-Till, goodness, what's the name of those? That'd be pretty cool, but they're a big, impressive model to make. Can't have that, you like me too much. Thank you. Thank you, DK. Right. Here we go. Right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit to come back and tidy up. That's fine. Let's see, I'm going with what? Let's stretch right out. That's the main thing. I do, so hopefully by the time we get down the bottom, this is all going to meet up. Looks like it should. Right, let's just try that again. That's better. Like I said, pleasure to have you all here. Hope you're having a good day. That's a countdown until FS25 releases. I think I'm hoping to have a proper chat to FSG. We might try and have a little stream together this weekend. We did talk about it earlier in the week, actually, when we were doing recording our Hilly Farms. Trying to jump in and do a from the field. So see how we go with that. Good to be able to sort of dissect and dissect together with them what we're doing, what we've learnt this week, what we've learnt this month. Actually, I was starting to think my August recap video that I'll have towards the end of next week was going to be pretty Spartan, but not now at all. Yeah, for sure, mate. If you, be happy to take a look at anything, particularly if it is New Zealand and Australia stuff. You know, I've got a big chunk of the community are locals and friends across the ditch, so always welcome the chance to take a look at some of those things. Yeah, if you want any advice or tips or anything like that, definitely happy to help out. Even if you're struggling with something and you want to probably help you get in touch with some other people just to see if they can lend a hand. Different contacts, so happy to help. Love to see me and FSG play together doing some mining. Something we haven't really done, is it? Be a bit of fun, actually. Yeah, I've been thinking about actually going back to the Yukon, not the Yukon, to Elk Mountain for that too. Thinking a little bit about what we might do from a multiplayer point of view when we do get into 25. The Orient, maybe do some rice. We'll see where we get taken. End up. Right, how are we going? We got 57% seed, so that's fine. Let's have a look. What do those prices do on the tanked? 10 grand different, but definitely You're dropping. Even silage. Yeah, good. So we're probably doing the best thing we could, which is getting another field ready to grow. How's our wool actually? We've got a bit of wool there, is it? I mean, we're not having to feed them, just give them water every now and then. They're pretty low maintenance, in fact, they need. See any wool because I haven't given them. Problem with skipping time. Getting water. It's not healthy because I haven't given them all the food. Never got started on the multiplayer, but thinking of trying. Well, I don't know where I'll be streaming on this weekend, Bosun, but you're welcome to jump onto one of the multiplayer servers in the channel and lend a hand. Been a bit of work going on Austin Wild with I saw some guys doing some silage work yesterday. Aussie Farms, I think, might be coming up to a bit of harvest time with a few different farms. We just pop a note in one of the Discord channels and see if anyone needs a hand. I'm sure someone will be happy to take you up on it. Hope Giants continues. Well, a lot of the mining's not really Giants at all. MDC, it's the modders have made mining part of the ecosystem, but I think so long as there's guys like FS Miner and RGC, Realistic Gaming Crew, who did the Yukon Valley, as long as they're around, I think we're still going to see that. What is my favourite crop? Oh, I don't know. I'd love to say potatoes. And hear me out here. There's a reason I'm going to say that is because I grew up growing potatoes. The thing I don't like about potatoes is I can't do it as authentically as I'd like. In terms of the way we used to grow potatoes. But of course, something that happened when I was a teenager, so a few years ago, yeah. I kind of feel like you get stuck in this rut, like you just do the same thing over and 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 over again, don't you, crops? I'm looking forward to the spinach and the rice for that matter. The rice will be fun because, well, in fact, both of them will be fun because they use different equipment to what we've normally been using. Hey, Fums and Bob, how you doing? You know what? I missed you last week. Did you see I made the EastEnders Riverbend Springs mashup? Please tell me you saw it. I would play it for you right now, but do you know my stream last week? It's been demonetized because the BBC put a copyright claim on the use of the EastEnders music. So I need to go back through and cut that bit out. But if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's on my Facebook channel. But yeah, it cracked me up. I could probably dispute it because it's it'd be fair use. But yeah, it's not a copyright strike. It just says it's demonetized and someone put a copyright claim in it. I'm not too worried. That would have done it twice in a row. It made me laugh. Did make me laugh. Go and have a look. It's on Facebook. Be the easiest way to say it. In fact, you have a look on. Managed to finally set up a integration between Facebook and Discord. So all my Facebook posts are now being posted on Discord, which is nice. I had grand plans about building my Lego tonight, but I think, look, the camera's still frozen. I can't actually do that. Alright, one more time. Let's see. It's still there, so I want to get this working. But we're losing connection again. Back. Still flickering. Right. Okay, that was the problem I had before, so don't know why. I'm just going to have to live without it. Do you like the control of the control internet? We back. Back. Looks like things are back working. Sorry, just a little drop out there. Esky internet. Still not happy with things. Still not working how I'd like it to. It's not ideal. Hit a refresh if you lost me. Yeah, it'll be something simple like the MDC. No, it was my potato internet there, Popeye. All on me. Yeah. Yep. Internet's still not in the sweet spot yet with things. Thought jumping back onto Starlink might have solved it. And yeah, 95% of the time it's fine, but then it just have these moments where it just completely goes. You're not streaming now. You're not using the internet. Go away. And it takes a wee while for OBS to catch back up, YouTube to catch back up. That's what it was. So here's the kicker. So this is the issue MDC modding. So I'm 10 minutes out of Palmerston North, and the only internet connection for hardwired would be using copper. We built a new house 7 years ago and didn't even bother putting a copper connection in. It's tech for you, I know, right? So copper's not an option. There's no fiber available. So currently we have two different internet connections. I have a Starlink connection, which is what we're using at the moment. But I also have a wireless connection which runs a dish and a signal from a transmitter on the ranges at the wind farm about 20-30 k's away. And that had been good up until 3 or 4 months ago when this company got sold to someone else. Since then, my upload speeds have been horrendous, and I haven't been able to, my uploads and streams and things haven't been as good as they previously were. On the weekend, I was having all sorts of issues during the stream on the multiplayer servers with the lag on the multiplayer side of things. So I changed over from running off that wireless to use Starlink, and it seemed to solve the problem. So I thought, right, tonight I'll stream off Starlink. However, when it drops out proper good, like it has a couple of times now. It's a little bit frustrating. The downside is we live very close to a primary school which does have fibre, and the regional council office close to us has fibre. In fact, their fibre connection goes right past our section. I don't know if we can connect into it. That's the trials and tribulations of living in the country. Something to do is off sitting up playing on big flats. Texas me, so I need to go to bed. Good night, Argsy. Cheers, Ryan. Catch you later, buddy. See ya. Wasn't fun for the first 20 minutes. No, it wasn't, DK. It was the first 40 minutes or so. It took me 40 minutes to sort that out. We're out of fertilizer. When did that happen? Alright. We will go and top up this time. Just do it at night and don't get caught. Right, and what do we do? Do we... 3 passes left. I've got enough seed. I think I've got enough seed. Could run the fertilizer spreader over it. Let's go and fill up. Might as well go and fill up. Be close. And do it. Close enough. Enough now. Cycling through too many. Yeah. It's fertilizer. You can use fertilizer. Back out of the trigger to be able to get fertilizer. Done. We're going to have that horrible instance of them being separated and I can't back again. It's going to be worse than last time. Worse than the tree episode we had earlier. It's just brute force it past you. So, now we're going to collect the weight straight over top of it. That is the one thing with these. You know what would probably be better now that I've got a bucket would be actually to put the seed and fertilizer in the bucket and tip it in. Certainly be easier. Right, out of the trigger. Done. Right. Happy days. She looks. Oh. The sheds are, I'm not sure where they're from. King Mods, I can't remember who made them, but they're an Aussie shed company. Yeah, they're nice sheds. Then lift. Time to cut that. Oh, there's lots of trees I need to cut down. It's this cedar. I need to get rid of the cedar. But I need an upgrade on horsepower. So one of the challenges on this, we must be getting close to our first calendar year, but I was restricted to 300 horsepower maximum next calendar year. Once I've gone 1 year through, I can go up to 400 horsepower. So we must be getting pretty close to being able to change. Hilarious, you just had a look at the EastEnders Riverbend Springs mashup. Worked out alright, eh? I was pretty happy with that actually. It's funny though that I played it on stream and got demonetized. I even got it, I think I just go like that and it'll start, but it's there. I love the FS25 style logo then. Had to do it properly. Took me a while to pick a font that sort of closely matched the EastEnders logo and get the shadows looking kind of right too, but and the rotation. That was good fun. Thank you for the suggestion. It made me laugh. It made a few people laugh too. Good. Well, no, Popeye, now that I've had some open dialogue with the company about the internet, I might even broach the subject of saying, you know how there's fibre over the road and it's your fibre? Previously I hadn't been dealing with them, but the company that has the fibre, ran the fibre, there's actually part of, it's the company that now owns the connection that I'm using, so maybe I need to sow the seeds of consideration. When's the bacon getting done? Bacon's getting fed now, so the bacon's kind of happy. The animals have been neglected. I've got to remember that when I skip time. Don't have the water storage. Can I run back down the seeded row and put some fertilizer down? Will it do that? Let's see. Ah, well, good. Okay, problem solved. Problem solved. Great having so many people here tonight. Hope you're all enjoying the progress we're making on the farm. It surprises me often. What is this, episode 22 or something like that? It surprises me how far we've got through it for what we've done, but all big fields. I think we might have to think about another type of animals. It's time to maybe get chickens, possibly. I don't know. We get one of the big chicken coops in here. We're not going to have any shortage of feed for them. We can get wheat, be fine. Wheat can be one of our protein sources for the pigs, so we can double down on that. Okay. So again, yeah, wheat or barley. So you can see wheat, barley, or oh, we got sorghum too. So. I wonder what it's like going to be with 25 GPS and course play. Yeah, that's a very open question. I don't know. Be interesting to see how it all goes. Am I going to do one final farewell mega automated stream on 22 to sign off from it? Say harvest on Aussie 6 news. Course play auto driver. Oof. Hadn't thought about that. Could possibly do that. I did have plans to actually do something on Hubbard, the 16x map. It hasn't come to fruition yet either, so we will we'll just have to wait and see. Right, that's that done. So I think we will go and drop these off. I think we've got some spraying we can do in the other field now. So weeds came up in the other one, so might do that. And once we've got that done, then we might look at. In fact, before we do anything, we'll go and give those sheep some water. And catch the weeds out there. Give the sheep some water, spray the weeds, and then time permitting, we might sell a load of silage. So keep working through that. Oh my crikey. I don't know if I deserve better equipment the way I'm looking after this stuff. Wow, Argsy, wow. Sheep. Crash counter might be needed. That would be cool to watch. It could be, or it could be not. We'd have to wait and see what happened with that. Hoping that 25 console has 4x maps and it's compatible with mouse and keyboard. The 4x maps one's interesting. So chatting with Florian at FarmCon, who's the map lead designer for Riverbend Springs, and asked him that specific question around the map size, and he said if they were going to do a 4x map themselves, they'd have to build effectively 4 maps. So they'd rather have a lot of detail and character in a 2x map, or a 2 kilometer square map, than build 4 without the same level of detail, or the time it might take to build that level of detail. But he did say they're always learning and understanding how modders will be able to do it. You know, a team of 1 is able to build a 4x map on their own. They're trying to learn from those processes too and see if how it might work. So, I don't know. I wouldn't discount 4x maps on console, but I don't think you'll see it from my main comment there. You knew you were in the right place, Dazed. How are you, mate? See ya. Hope you're all good. G'day Paul, how are you? Good to see you as well. Yeah, I think that's the main thing farming is I'd love to see 4X maps on console. From what I understand, the main reason that we don't see them now is the amount of the size of the save games gets much larger with the 4Xs because all the files that are saved to record your crop information, your terrain editing, your placeables, everything like that, all those files are doing it 4 times. It's on 4 times the size, so the level of detail is much higher. That's where the issue has arisen. So it was, the only way around it, because Sony only allow them a certain amount of storage space on the hard drives, is the only way around it was to reduce the slot count. So which would you rather have, 4X maps with a lower slot count or 2X maps with a higher slot count? So it's a trade-off. Excuse me, that whiskey's still tickling the back of my throat. Yeah, I'm doing alright, mate. Doing alright. You haven't seen the gameplay video that Giants released earlier. Go and check it out, Dazed. It's very, very impressive. Yeah, I mean, he did a fantastic job on a 4X map. Look, GeForce Game Ready driver is available. So, and that just now. With the tornado, that's the one, and the baby animals. Calves, pigs, goats. Very cool. Right. Okay. Straight into it. Talking about console players, you weren't listening. Even know what could be possible with modded maps. Yeah. Yep. I mean, there was a 4X map was released on console during 22, inadvertently, which Mr. CVP had, and I think people started running into that memory loss issue because of the size of the file saves from memory. Oh look, we're losing our internet again. Come on. Keep up, Uncle Elon. Undecided on the weather events. It depends how common they are, to be honest. Time will tell. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if they only happen in the months of... What's the most common months for tornadoes? And if there's only a 2-month window across summer, and you might get one every 3 seasons, you probably deal with it. But if it happened 4 times a year, you'd probably be a bit over it. I think you'll find the lamb at the end was actually a goat, MDC. They have confirmed goats. It's in the press release. It definitely looked more like a goat than a lamb. Just a reskin in it, I know. It's going to be the ongoing joke, Bob. That's a comment I put on FSG's video. Just a reskin. We'll tell each other that all the time when we're chatting about different bits and pieces. Just a reskin. Hey Alex, how are you, buddy? Yeah, doing all good. Doing all good. The same frequency as the crows. Yep. Darn birds. Yep, 100%. The Giants press release in their press centre said... I still got it open. Here we go. We can even do this. Okay, go. Yeah, press release just here says with water buffaloes and goats, the animal types filled pens. So it is going to be goats. Pretty cool. I know I need to invest in spot spraying. The sprayer didn't have it. There's lots of things I need to invest in farming. Kind of, we get it, we're making progress, but at the same time we're not. Sometimes. Sometimes I'll look at the money we've made and go, oh, that's great, and then I'll go and spend it on something and it disappears. G'day Dutch Modelling, how you doing? I think the weather events will be really cool, definitely add to the game as something different. If they, every 5 seconds, definitely be a pain. Absolutely. As Strody said earlier, the old rain that comes out of a blue sky, so long as it's better than that. Did you notice in the video there's a yellow tractor brand that possibly looks like Challenger for their modern classics line? Yes, I think 100% a Challenger. Dazed. Again. What? Great Plains Cedar. On there. It's when it's higher up above it. So it's definitely a Challenger. Even one of the early shots of they're driving along the road. And there, that looks like a Challenger. It's got the yellow and the grey. Hopefully they don't have deer running around on console maps. Yeah, they'll still have deer. They'll have deer, they'll have birds. They're going to have more, I reckon there'll be more birds. What they've shown so far, there's going to be more birds. It'd be nice if there was some more different variety of wildlife. No sign of ground deformation. No, you're quite right. There's no sign of that. Yeah, I'd have to actually go back and watch some of it. There's no real work in wet fields though, is there? And from what they told us at FarmCon is ground deformation will be much more noticeable when it's wet. Maybe I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to finish this field, and then we'll sit down and go through the video again. I'll pick out what I picked out, because we've got different people here who weren't here earlier, might not have seen it. Go through it again. Bit of fun. Dear birds and teenagers lighting fires to your bales if it's a UK map. Oh, those pesky teenagers. I agree, MDC. I thought deer as a new animal for farming seemed the obvious choice after they added the deer models in. But no, not yet. Might have to go through and buy a PC instead of just talking about it. Fair enough, Alex. We're putting a lot of herbicide down on areas we don't need it at the moment, aren't we? If you leave your equipment outside, you have to wash it more often because of birds. Or in an open-faced shed that doesn't have a door on it. Yeah, you're welcome, Paul. Yeah, there's lots of potential things, really. Lots of potential to add to the game. We got away with it. Wasn't a few pesky teenagers. Come on, MDC. Teenagers don't need farmers because they buy all their food from supermarkets. What do you need farmers for in the supermarket? Right, can I tell? So this is a question I wanted to find out. Stats screen. Oh, it says 4 under years. Might have told me when I started. Doesn't. So is Back to the first live stream on it. Find it that way. Where did we start out? Find it. Aussie No Man's farm build. So we were August. We started in August. Right, so we're 1 month away. Ooh, next month. Guys. Good. Far away. Killing the crop with the herbicide, I know, right? Lunch break over. Catch you later. Don't forget to like. Thanks, Days. Good to see you, mate. Stopping in and saying hello. Hope you're all good. Better get to sleep tonight, everyone. Night, Alex. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello, my friend. Engine looks awesome, but I have reservations about how well they can implement their version of the new additions. Historically not great using seasons. Exactly. Exactly. Do you know what one of the other things? I'm going to put this instead. I can bring things up in tab and whatnot. Easier. One of the things that excited me most with the engine was actually looking at some of these images from in-game of the Project Motor Racing. Because, you know, you can start to see in that one, you're seeing the diffused light and the God rays and everything that we've got in the game. So I think the potential for that is going to be better than what the game's going to bring us in the long run. Interesting if we have snow. What do you mean by that, Robert? We do have snow. The snow's in Australia. Snowed on this map. Right, what are we down to 30 release? Which should have almost up. Cheers, MDC. Thanks for hanging out, mate. And like I said, if you want any hand, anything with any modding, you know, happy to try and help you where I can. I like we had in the seasons menu in 19, you mean? Thought the same when you saw those images too, Bob. Yeah, they're pretty good, eh? Pretty good looking image. Not gonna lie. True millennial farmer, sit back on UPS and a little bit of a nap. Snow was in the 22 menu too. Join the Discord too. Oh, nice. Welcome. Good on you. Right. So. What am I looking for? Oh, I was looking for the planting calendar, but I don't actually have seasons turned on. means I can't find it. Under setting. Ah, I see what you mean. As in you can turn snow off. Yes, I know what you mean now. Yeah, off or on. Understood. I imagine under seasons, yeah, seasonal growth, no days. I imagine under here will be, or maybe under crops and growth will be weather effects, weather damage, weather related damage or something. I'll call it. Be my guess. Oh, look at that. 1 like away from 50. You haven't dropped a thumbs up on the stream already, you could be number 50. Oh, there it is. Go and claim it. Who was it? It was me. Bonus points if you can reference which movie that was from. Tell me which movie that reference is from. Yours is 10. Must be when you last refreshed it. Hello. Welcome, mate. Oh, there's 2 people after you, so well, it could have been any other 3 people. Thank you, everyone. Much appreciated. Just one of those nice little milestones I like getting to. Right. Could be sorted out soon. $51 share. Solid. Good job. I mean, if you're watching on 2 devices, you could be 53 and 54 as well. Look. So I think next week, definitely going to be in this canola. So the case of whether we skip forward to do that, I imagine that's going to be the best option, isn't it? Well then, hopefully our prices are getting a bit of some of our crops. Map on weed side. At the up. Nope. This was the field we spot sprayed. You can see how interesting it looks. Go. Tornadoes are in 25. Let's go. The roleplay. The roleplay will actually. That's interesting. What was the movie? Liar Liar. Jim Carrey. Farted in the lift. He's trying not. He's like just trying not to tell the truth. Popped out of the lift and then he turned back. He goes, "It was me." You're on 2 devices, Xbox and iPad. So you considered adding unlike and then reliking it to gain the achievement. Nasty. I'm sure that's what everyone was doing on FSG's stream the other night when he hit 90k. Full milestone to hit live. You liked off another YouTube account. Appreciated, Robert. Right, let's get this finished and let's go and watch this trailer again. Let's just have a good look at it. Loyal's only just catching up on it, so let's go and see what we can see. Right, definitely going to have enough herbicide, which is the main thing. Have to be trying to fill up, buying another load of that. We got 2. needed one here. Explode. Yeah, we'll be right. It'll be good. It's a pretty cool sprayer. I like it as a setup. Tractor's pretty impressive. Also very dirty by the looks. Coming in here in muddy boots. Alright, last pass. Might be a little bit in the corner we don't quite get, but I can't see any big patches of weeds, so it's not going to have a huge impact on us. Love the fence, your favourites. Are nice, aren't they, in fact? So if you love fence, Bosun, you need to get into the Austin World multiplayer server, because that's an all Fent farm. Fent tractors, Fent combine, full of fence. Right. Done. Turn that off. Hold that up. Just going to leave that parked up in here. All right, there we go. Right, that's us done. Done here on the map game for today. So, like I said, next time I'm hope that canola is going to be ready, because that has been down for a long time. In fact, I think we planted and harvested both these fields since we planted that canola. So what happens? Alexander, what's the map's name? This is called Aussie No Mans. By Aussie Modding. And there's a link to it in the description. Right, so let's just cut, as I said, very quickly go back through the trailer. So if anyone hasn't seen it, if it's the first time you're seeing it, this is Giant's gameplay trailer released earlier this evening, a couple of hours ago. This is the latest gameplay trailer. We see some new equipment, we see some new information about animals, we see some new weather effects. So it's pretty cool. Firstly, that's a new trailer. We've already got Branth and a power tube, but the only one we have at the moment is a dual axle. Definitely a newer, bigger trailer. Anyhow, I'm going to let it roll. We'll have a quick chat about it, just to round things out. Didn't even have the music sound playing. Silent Disco, yes, it was a little bit like that. Rusty, I'm so excited about all of this. This is pretty cool. We'll just quickly go through it all. There's heaps to see, right? So we'll recap all of that because that comes a little bit later. But yeah, the Twister. The Twister's awesome. There's not much in this, although there is. You see something driving along there. I can't. There might just be traffic. Yeah, because you see the car up on the top there as well. Oh, you guys can't see that. It's just behind my overlay. Yeah, things we saw already. E7 driving down the bottom there. Then we see our first baby animals. And this one here, again, I need to tap on the color. This one here is wobbly legs, and that's something I did say in the blog. You can see it really struggling to stand up. Swather looks like it's in some wheat. Swathing done there. Lots of images like this sort of playing off on the light effects and that. And then this, which is me, and I think been confirmed as Challenger. The cab is great to see, yeah. Challenger with the grey wheels, and see that a little bit later on. Again, the light. FSG commented about the road actually, which was a very fair comment. Looking at that, it just looks like it's got more life to it, more texture, more depth. Piggies, piglets, look at them. I love the little, like the variety in them. This dude. So we've seen the 715 before. That looks like a Bednar, I think, is the cultivator. Again, Bednar's been in game, but that's a new model we haven't had before. This was interesting. Massey, I think the 9S is what a lot of people have said from what I've seen, but this is Novag. Novag's a new make to the game from Giants, but Novag was in FS19 through a mod. I remember the seeder. I thought it was a really cool seeder. It was really fast from memory. It went like 15 miles per hour or something. It was ridiculously quick. But yeah, and it was released on console as a brand. So obviously Novag must be owned by one of the other brands of the game. What else? Yeah, just see more seeder, more planting, harvesting. Yeah, we'll talk about the trailer. Looks like it's on the back of a vent. Following that, and we start to see the rain coming in. All the droplets on the mirror. The wind effect in the crop looks pretty cool too. A bit more random combined stopping harvesting. This is the S7. It's not an X9. People might have defaulted to look at it and thought it's just the X9, but it's actually S7. Pretty cool. Those are Load King trailers. The dual hopper, cool as well. I think a lot of the Midwest you only see the single trailer, but dual's kind of cool. The 9R we've seen and the J&M car we've seen. Like you say, Rusty, that is the cab over. Best video to date. It does, doesn't it? But again, so going back to there, Transstar was in 19. Ralph Christie brought this truck. I could remember it the second I saw it. I was like, I've had one of those in 19. Look. Cool. Third person viewing. I don't know. This is the third video they've released. Third time they've started showing us with a character running. So it's pretty cool. And then the tornado strikes. And I wanted to try and. When I was watching it before, I was looking at some of the debris that's flying around. I don't know. I'm trying to pick out, is that a cow? I don't think they'd do that, but some of it did just look like it could have been an animal getting blown around. But when you pause it and actually see all the debris, it doesn't. Pretty neat effect. We're going to see in just a second this here. So, got an actual reference to a state, which we don't often get. Pretty cool. Maybe time on the ferry, so it only runs at up to a certain time. It's not 24/7, and won't operate in certain periods. So, how much truth there is in that, and the weight limit's actually interesting. It may be that you can't take a full truck over it, so you might be able to bring your empty truck across, but you can't take a full truck back, or maybe you're going to have your weight limits on, or make sure you don't overload your trucks. Pretty cool. No house from the Wizard of Oz. No, none of that. You can actually, I didn't pick it up the first time either, but this, where this is on the map, that looks like a bridge over the river. Or an elevator. And then this is over the top of a farmyard too. Bit of a, this is, it makes me feel like a bit of a scene out of Twister when escape that runaway. That how good does that animation look though with the on the top of the stack? No house from the Wizard. And then the crop destruction and the landscape destruction. Pretty cool. Only thing that's missing is the actual parts of the tree are supposed to have been blown away, but it would be cool to have branches strewn around or even strewn around in the middle of the field. Having branches blown off a tree, it ends up sitting in the middle of the field. Sharknado. You want some sharks up in there, Popeye? Why not? And there we go. So T7, more of the calves in the background. This is, I'm saying, talked about earlier, it's a Grimmy X, Maestro X or something like that, Matrix X. 18 row plan. So, it, a lot like that. Now it's me. This one's got row markers on it. Doesn't. There you go. The triangles, got the frame, the folding arms. The Grimmy plant. Cool. Telehandler. What's Cinebog? What do they do? Material handling and crane. Piece. Oh wow. Okay. This is telehandler. Wow, that's pretty cool. Look at that. This has got a raisable cab. It's pretty neat. But if that's a new brand, look at the options. So actually, didn't we have a logging crane in 22 that looked a little like that? Oh, these things. Imagine if we started getting cranes like in tree care. Ooh, future logging stuff. Pretty cool. That is cool. Oh, I wondered as well whether that's a straw hat, whether it's just a normal wide brim hat. There's the Load King trailers, the J&M grain cart, the 9R, and I think the Challenger. So Great Plains, if anyone didn't know, Great Plains was in FS19 and then wasn't in 22. Now it's making a comeback in oh why? Okay, another shot of S7, and then everyone's saying that's a Voltra, so I have to go for that. And there we go, the goat. That's it. That is everything that they released. Pretty cool. Cool. Nothing on the blog, but if anyone's interested, there is some info in the press, Giants Press. So summary of it: so new animal types, buffaloes and goats. Animals get offspring, cute baby animals. Weather events with twisters and hail. First gameplay trailer, set the mood. So that's it. That's what we saw for the trailer today, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool. If you hadn't seen it already, going out and having a look and watching it over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah, it's late for me. It's 11. We've been going for 2 hours and 40 since I went live, so on. But yeah, good to get in there. Good to be able to have a chat about those things. be awesome to see. Getting more and more excited about the game the longer we see it for. So, yeah, that's it. 83 days to go. Not the accounting, Bob. Not the accounting. Yes, right. Let's wrap things up there. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Thanks for dropping the likes and everything like that. Much appreciated. I'll be live at some stage over the weekend. Keep an eye out because there's a very good possibility at some stage over the weekend FSG and I will have a bit of a from the field catch up and just chat about this, some of the other things we've found out, maybe some of the things we don't know. So yeah, keep an eye out for that and see if that happens. No guarantees, but I'm hoping we can get that out. So yeah, that's going. All good, Tam. Busy being an adult. I know we've got to do that. It sucks, but it's what we've got to do. Xerion, thanks Popeye, Brock, Bosun, Rusty. You guys are all legends. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Pleasure having you all here. Catch you later, DK. Otherwise, yeah, catch you sometime over the next few days. Take care. Have a good rest of your week. Be safe. Have fun. Be good. We'll see you soon.